No fucking way. I've been talking for at least 20 minutes and I wasn't even recording. Damn. This is the current situation. My laptop, my AirPods charging, my phone charging, the shit I got, my suitcase, and my laptop bag, which I'm gonna be putting my laptop back inside because it's too heavy. And I don't need it on the plane anyways. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, I'll be showing you guys the shit that I got. So we spent, that's not too bad. That's like what, 120, right? That's not terrible, I think. First is I went to actually I'm looking at it right now. It's the Hong Kong Disneyland store. I already went to Hong Kong Disneyland when I was like 13. I want to take my baby brother there though, but we still need to schedule it. So I got some shit anyways. I got 3 things. This is for my mom. And then this is another one. And then I got this one for my friend. It's Stitch. It's her favorite. Next thing I went to was this cute shop. It's an egg tart. And then next is I got this from this store. It says made in Hong Kong. And then what I like about it is that it says everything goes well, which is like an affirmation. We're gonna put it on. There we go. And then, oh my God, this is the most random thing ever, but I went into this other store that had magnets. Look what I got. Oh, fuck. How can I not get him? I know for a fact that I probably saw this on Shopee and it was definitely way cheaper. At least I could say I got it in Hong Kong. I always get my mom a shot glass every time I go out of the country. I got her a few actually in Nebraska, and I got her some from Las Vegas. But this one's from Hong Kong. I actually need to do something on my laptop, but after this, I'm gonna pack up. Of course, we need our decolleten. I need to get a drink. They're probably gonna serve lunch at the plane anyways, so I'm not like super worried that I'm gonna go hungry. I do wanna talk to you guys about something. As I was on the plane, I keep thinking back to my first trip to the US. Like, it did something to me. My first trip to the US was back in September of last year, a full year ago. And I don't know why, but I think the reason why it changed like the way that I saw things was one, when I got on the plane and I was like looking out and I saw the US the first time, it was like a completely like different world. I'm not over exaggerating. It literally is like a different world. I think that seeing things on social media can only show you so much, but seeing it in real life and kind of like having that realization that the world is so big and the possibilities are literally endless, I think that's what got me. When I first went to the US, I met up with a client and he and I started a company together. During that time, we were partners, but that idea was something that he and I worked on together. He knew the problem, and the problem was that there was this completely untapped market of people that were looking for short-term support. That what we used to do as a franchise of a different company was the complete opposite. They were more about like long-term help, and we started that, but it was an idea that I already had, and I was already trying to execute for myself, build my own team. And during that trip, he introduced me to our clients, and we had a bunch of like meetings with these just high-level people that are just a different league of wealthy. Their houses, their businesses, what they do. They're the type of people that buy and sell big businesses to IBM. And when you're with people like that, when you have conversations like that, it does something to your brain where all of a sudden there's like so much room for new ideas and like new possibilities that you did not consider. And so after that trip, I was very upfront with him and I told him that, hey, I had a lot of realizations during my trip. I realized that I want to take my career to a different place. He and I parted ways, but I continued to work on my idea and my team. And I wanted to execute what I couldn't because he was still a major decision maker in the company. Yeah, I was an executive director, but he was the CEO. So there are, limitations. After parting ways with him, which I still have a lot of love for him, he pivoted his business to something else. The company is already dissolved, like the company that we built together. He can't really run it anymore because I'm the main person running it. Like I am in the sales, I'm in the client onboarding, the client outreach. I'm also in the execution because I do web design and stuff like that. But it's so crazy how things can change in a year. Last year, after my trip to the US, around October, I was really stressing out about what I want to do with my career or like where I want to take it. Like I already knew what I wanted. I felt this guilt. I didn't want to leave him. I wanted to help him because he is helped me grow so much. He's introduced me to these amazing, successful people that I would never have met if it weren't for him. But then it all just kind of happened after an honest conversation, and I'm so grateful that it did. It was a very hard conversation. I was crying. But as I was saying, during that trip, when I was on the plane, I had this overwhelming sense of this is my life. Like, this is how things are meant to be, and this is how things are gonna be. And mind you, during this time, I was so confused. I didn't know how I was gonna execute on my plans and my ideas. And then a few months later, in February, I fly to Vegas for a different client. And now I'm back and I'm flying to Chicago. And it's so crazy. It's actually insane. I've been packing my stuff for the past few days, but it hasn't fully sunk in until like, I don't know, probably yesterday that, okay, my flight's in a couple hours. It's actually happening. And now I'm here at the airport in Hong Kong. It is so crazy how life can change. It is so crazy how it takes twists and turns that you can't really predict where it's headed. And I feel like that is really what makes it beautiful. And I know that it might feel scary. It might feel unsettling to not know where things are going or how things are going to unfold for you. Like I could definitely understand how it can give you like a lot of anxiety. But after everything that I've gone through, and this isn't something that I kind of like just instantly knew or something that I can say now. Oh, well, you just gotta change the way you think. Well, first of all, I think it all starts when you actually believe that you deserve more and that you deserve better. It has been such a big shift in the way that I think. I think it started back when I was, I'd say 21, when I started playing pretend. Like, I wrote down exactly who I wanted to be, or like who I thought I wanted to be. This successful businesswoman. I have my own business. I'm doing talks. I'm influential. I am attending these events. I am flying in different countries. And back then, I didn't know how it was going to unfold. I just acted it out. I just believed that I was already there, that I was already her. And it's not woo-woo bullshit. There is an explanation as to why that actually does something to your brain. It's because when you start believing and you start acting like a certain type of person, you start making decisions, whether big or small, that aligns to who you want to be. And you eventually end up being who you want to be because you were doing the things that needed to be done. And so whenever I feel like I'm, kind of like lost, or when I feel like, I'm off track, I'm burnt out, or I don't know what to do, I always kind of just go back to that practice where what would Renee do? When I say Renee, it's Renee that's successful. It's Renee that's influential. It's the Renee that's a leader. It's Renee that's traveling the world. It's the Renee that doesn't need to reach out to clients because clients reach out to her. And the more that you start to make those decisions, like the small decisions, and it all starts with that one kind of like small change. It doesn't need to be like this drastic night where you just sleep and you wake up and you're a completely different person. I have had years of back and forth where I'd feel lost and I'd find my way back. But at the end of the day, I feel like what drives me and what I feel like drives successful people is how powerful and how big their why is. And there's this book by Simon Sinek called Start With Why, and I recommend it to so many people because there is so much that you learn from looking a little bit deeper into yourself and why you do certain things and why you pick certain things. I never would have thought that this is how things would unfold, that me making that small decision of pretending to work on my laptop that one afternoon, 21-year-old Renee sitting on the couch watching Netflix and typing nonsense on her laptop, watching YouTube. Never would have thought that I would be living that type of life. And I would journal about traveling abroad and meeting clients and having meetings abroad. These amazing, just beautiful partnerships that led me to amazing opportunities. And now I'm here. And it didn't take me forever. And me comparing what I had last year, it's also so very different. And so that's why whenever I talk about what I went through or whenever I talk about this, now it sounds good because it feels like, oh, she just, made that one decision and now she's, all this. It wasn't that easy. I did go through a lot, and it's not something that you could just, like a box they can open and you lay it out for somebody and they'll understand. It's easy to say now, I wish I had what she has. Like, I feel like everybody goes through their own version of hard, and it doesn't need to be justified. It doesn't need to be explained to anybody. If it hurt you, it hurt you. If it was hard for you, it was hard for you. And same goes for me. The goal of me documenting all of this, and I love that I'm able and I'm privileged enough to do this and to share this with you guys. And that's why I call it Renee's Blueprint. It's because I've been documenting a lot of things, but I want to do a better job at it. But I want to document my journey no matter where this whole thing takes me. I'm just so excited. And the goal is to share with you that if it worked out for me, that it could work out for you too. If it got better for me, it could get better for you too. And so as I'm sitting here at the Hong Kong International Airport, where there's not even a Pop Mart, I chose this airport because it had a Pop Mart. I picked a 4-hour layover because I thought it had a Pop Mart. But anyways, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be doing what I do. I'm so grateful that I get to enjoy the people that I work with. I'm so grateful that I have a community that is so supportive and so kind. A community that I'm able to inspire. If I could motivate or inspire one person to keep going and to not give up, I've already accomplished my mission. So yeah, that's a little pep talk for you today. A majority of the clips that I did film are on my phone and they're on portrait mode and they will be on TikTok. You guys are probably from TikTok anyways, so thank you for listening to today's episode of Renee Rambles. This episode was brought to you by Hong Kong International Airport, where the food court only has Chinese food that Renee doesn't really like. I hope you guys got something out of this video, and I hope na uminom na ako ng tubig kasi ang sakit na ng lamunan ko. I think that's it. We'll see you guys again on the next one. Bye.